Meta shares rallied 23% overnight, and Adani denies that Modi enabled his rise to the top. You're watching The Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramya Faraj. The Nasdaq and the S&P 500 ended higher overnight after touching 5-month intraday highs. The S&P jumped nearly 1.5%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq soared 3.25%. That Nasdaq rally was largely backed by Meta, whose shares skyrocketed 23% overnight, a day after it reported quarterly earnings. Last fall, Meta's share price plunged due to declining ad revenue, competition from TikTok, and a general tech slump. Even with the 23% stock spike, which was Meta's largest daily percentage gain since July 2013, the company's stock is still 51% lower than its September 2021 peak. And this is reflected in today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking, where tech giants are leading. Mark Zuckerberg is our biggest winner today, up $12.4 billion, his biggest daily gain ever, with net wealth of $67.6 billion. Our second biggest winner today is Jeff Bezos, up $7.7 billion, with net wealth of $136 billion. And our third place winner is Alphabet's Larry Page, up $5.7 billion, with net wealth of $92.8 billion. But shares of mega caps Alphabet, Amazon, and Apple fell in after-hours trading after they posted disappointing results. Alphabet missed revenue expectations, with net income falling to $13.62 billion from $20.64 billion a year earlier. Apple missed profits expectations on the back of low iPhone sales, which fell 5% to $117 billion. And Amazon beat analyst expectations by about $4 billion, with Q4 net sales of $149.2 billion. But its shares fell after hours over its cautious outlook for 2023. Shares in the flagship firm of beleaguered Indian tycoon Gautam Adani were repeatedly suspended this morning. Adani Enterprises fell 10% at the open, while Adani Power, Adani Green Energy, Adani Total Gas, and Adani Transmission were also suspended when they hit their trading stops. Trading in Adani Enterprises later resumed, only for them to immediately fall another 5%, triggering another halt. Meanwhile, Gautam Adani denied this morning that his rise to become Asia's richest man was due to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Critics say Adani's close relationship with Modi, who is also from Gujarat state, has helped him win business and avoid proper oversight. Adani's listed units' combined market cap has collapsed by more than $100 billion since U.S. short seller Hindenburg Research released its explosive report last week, accusing Adani of accounting fraud and artificially boosting share prices. Regionally now, against forecasts of a hike, the Central Bank of Egypt has surprisingly left interest rates unchanged. Standard Chartered forecasted last week a 300 basis point hike in Egypt in 2023 as a measure to reduce inflation. The bank's Monetary Policy Committee said the path of future policy rates remains a function of forecasted inflation rather than prevailing inflation rates. The ECB raised interest rates by 300 basis points at once last December. And China is fully restoring travel across its borders with Hong Kong and Macau next week. The semi-autonomous cities have both stuck to Beijing's zero-COVID strategy for nearly 3 years, splitting families, cutting off tourism, and suffocating businesses. Officials say all remaining restrictions will be dropped starting midnight on February 6th, with group tours allowed to resume. Initially, only 60,000 people will be allowed to cross each day in either direction, and they will require a negative PCR test. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is The Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.